name's Blake Anderson. I'm the complex exec chef for Montecasino. So I run basically 360, Billy G's, Privé, the casino floor. I've got a few coffee shops and then also outside events. As far as my history background, I've been in the TV industry for about 2-3 years prior. I worked on all the MasterChef and the BBC industry side. Ran a few restaurants. I studied through Prue Leith and American Hotel School. So I've got front of house and back of house experience. So I kind of get to see the ball from both sides.
Oh, geez, that's quite a bit of experience, eh? Okay, yeah, let's jump into the interview.
Cool.
So when did your love affair with food begin?
Quite an interesting one. My mom is quite an avid chef, and also say cook in that sense. Experiments a lot, comes across a recipe, tries to play around with flavors. So she's always, let's experiment. I mean, my first experimenting with food actually came from my mom. I think when I was 12 I tasted things like tofu and weird Asian food. My mom used to experiment, and we travelled quite a bit with my dad with work, so I was able to see a lot of different food. My gran was quite a old school Italian cook, so she used to cook food for many hours, which helped develop the flavors and the love for food. And for me, whenever I see food, I like slow cooking. I like to get the flavors and just kind of see where food comes from. Yes, fast food is popular and things like that, but you can still take fast food and slow it down and actually see where it comes from.
Awesome. So what do you like most about being a chef?
That's actually quite an interesting question. I think over time it's changed for me. When I started in the industry, it was about food, it was about experimenting and the passion that came with that. The more I've grown into my career and more into my executive chef role, I see more as a mentor, more of a guiding, more of a develop and grow people, and also learn it from a restaurant point of view. So it's not just about cooking, it's about being an entrepreneur now. So I get to see business from two sides. And with Toho, they've taught me a lot. I've been thrown in the deep end and I've had to learn very quickly. But because I'm excited and passionate, I've learned about financial side, accounting, things that chefs were never taught. I've had to learn that quickly, and because of that, I want to teach everyone else that, because I think it'll just make everyone stronger.
Oh, nice. And then what's your inspiration in terms of like the style that you
For me, the style of food that I enjoy, besides Mediterranean, growing up with my grandma being Italian, I love French and I love Asian food, and trying to bring those two flavors together, being a proper fusion of dishes. I like that a lot. I like seeing how flavors shouldn't work and how they actually do work together, and afterwards you're like, wow, that was an experiment, but I enjoyed what they created. So that's where fusion and that kind of incorporating a little bit of this, a little bit of that, brings a dish together.
Nice. And have you always wanted to be a chef, or is there something else that you...
No, surprisingly, when I was at school, I wanted to actually be a vet. I enjoy medicine. I enjoy the basically learning chemistry side of business of work, and finished school, like I didn't know what I wanted to be, kind of that conundrum of like, I don't know where to take me. So I did hotel management and then kind of landed up in the kitchen, and then realized, okay, I don't know enough about the kitchen. Went and studied to be a chef and realized, okay, cool, I actually enjoy this. I've got a passion for this. And that's led me on my journey of being a chef. So it was never the forte, I want to be a chef. Fell into it and have loved every minute of it.
Nice. And then what's your signature dish?
It's always a difficult question, because I think it's like telling a person what's your favorite t-shirt. It's like, yeah, you've got a few, you may not be able to pinpoint one particular. If I had to choose something just classic, old school, spaghetti bolognese. I know it sounds simple, but you cook it for a good 5-6 hours, bring out the flavors. It's natural, homemade pasta, creating things from scratch. Dessert-wise, I'm going to just throw in simple classics like an old-school tiramisu. I know it's a lot of Italian, but if you can deconstruct it, play with the flavors, textures, and not just make it standard, just, bring in a little bit of difference.
Nice. And then I'd like to ask, if you were 80, what advice would you give to your grandchildren?
Work hard, focus, don't give up. When days are tough, or basically life throws you curveballs, which is how life is every single day, learn from it, because life has this great thing of giving you the questions and all that first, and then you got to figure out the answers afterwards. Just persevere.